What's up, boys? 413 Bros, back for another video. Tyler, what are we doing today?
I think today we're going to clean up the engine bay. We're going to try and hide all this nonsense wiring. We're going to tuck it out here into the fenders where this nonsense wiring is.
Sloppy spaghetti you got going on.
So we're going to take out like the coolant or the windshield washer reservoir. I'm probably not going to use it. So if I do decide to use it, then I'll put it up inside the cowl and hide it nicely. But until then, I'm probably just not even going to have it in this year. But we're going to clean up, going to try and hide some of these nonsense wiring, clean up that side, tuck everything out into the fender so that when we put the body panels back on, it's clean. It looks good. We're going to take out the coolant reservoir as well because that's going to be a surprise. I still got to 3D print it, but
I'm sure you said it in one of the other videos.
probably you'll see it coming. So let's just get to work.
Let's get after it. Fucking spank rag out of here.
Yeah, so we got to hide like all of this out here.
So you said we're going to ditch this. So you got lines up here still. Take these out.
Don't know what that was.
You don't need it. It's all getting replaced anyway. Okay, so you do have a sensor here. Does this thing really tell you that your windshield washer fluid is low?
Oh, beats me. I have no idea. I'll just take a light out of the dash.
This is a sensor.
Yeah, just unplug the sensor. I just won't put that light back in the dash.
Kind of like your good old check engine light.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time this thing's fired up, he's like, man, it's got no check engine light.
This thing is minty fresh.
Because there's no
Yeah, there was no bowl.
spare parts.
Exactly.
No, you don't need that. So, you need a 10 bagger.
Yeah.
I forgot how cool the dash is on this thing now.
Can't figure out how to detach this.
Of course, this thing is just
Barely too long.
barely too long. So what's your plan? You're just going to run no windshield washer fluid this year?
Yeah, just clean it with Windex. Keep rags and Windex in the trunk. Hey, it's pissing me off. Hey, rather than getting it everywhere in the garage, come on, bud.
What fun is that, man? Have a good time. Dump shit all over the place, don't you know?
Come on.
So I actually got some good news via text yesterday. My buddy Jordan is the one that got me got in touch with me with the Rabbit, and he'd said that he had a birthday present for me. My birthday was the 7th. My title came in, so I got that car. Jesus, how long ago? When did I get that car?
Been a minute.
It's been
We got back in April?
3 months? 2-3 months
I think we
probably?
got it back in April.
So I started sweating pretty bad, wondering like, oh, you know, I'm probably not going to get a
Am I
title.
getting this?
Is this going to be my car? Is this not legally going to be my car? And the title form was submitted and all that a long time ago. It's just the R&B must have been back due to the old Rona. So, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be getting the title. It's given me a lot more motivation to start working on the car. For a while, I kind of started worrying, like, hey, am I going to get this title or
Yeah,
not? So
is this
car,
actually going to be my car?
Yeah. I'll show you where we're at so far. Did I mention the camera rig?
No.
No? Okay, so we're trying on a different camera. I'm using one of my old phones right now. My wife is awesome and bought me a nice microphone for Father's Day. And I bought a nice little $20 handheld rig. So that's going to help us do what I'm doing right now. And yeah, so you have to let us know how the audio and video is. we're probably gonna swap out it to a different camera, a different phone. I gotta get the attachment still for the my DJI Osmo Action that will let me use the microphone on that. So
my goal is to get all of this wiring up and in here, get it underneath the light, running down, get these up inside the fender, which all look pretty easy, and they're long. So I can pretty much, I think, just unplug them.
And tuck them.
And tuck them. Just trying to find out where they go back to.
So I deleted the factory coolant tank because that was AIDS.
Looks like
And I
may have
deleted
to
the
snip a couple
washer
wires.
fluid tank because that was AIDS, and what do you need that crap for?
Exactly.
So
just by moving these couple wires, I should be able to get everything out here except the diagnostics. I want to keep this in here, see if I can zip tie it like right about here. That way, the only wire out here is this, which I'm probably going to come back, run up along the firewall. We're going to have to cut and extend. Oh God, how many wires are in there? There's a lot of wires.
oh boy,
But we're running our intake over on that side, so
what is that?
this is the airflow meter, the AFM.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to cut all these wires, run them, wire loom them, tuck everything. So we'll probably, I'm thinking we're probably gonna end up running it right along the top right here.
Okay.
We'll tuck this back, probably keep that down, come down here with the wire, run all the way along the top, maybe go out into that fender, come back in, and the airflow meter is roughly going to sit right here-ish.
Because we're gonna build an air intake.
Yeah, so it's going to be out 90 airflow meter pipe to a cone all the way at the back.
Because the longer the pipe, the
louder it is.
There you go.
So, that is going to be the gist of it.
Hey Tyler, what do you got going on?
Oh, I'm just trying to shove all these wires and plugs through the hole that we just made. And they're going. Slow and steady.
So we're gonna run all the wiring on the outside in between the fender, just to kind of clean up the actual bay. And then
Okay.
build version 2.0, we're gonna probably pull the motor and get wild with it. But this year we're just trying to get this thing running and on the road. Make it look as good as we can.
Diagnostics, that's it.
So you just ran it all here on the outside.
There's enough wiggle room for diagnostics.
That's just your diagnostic port there, because
Yep.
it's OBD1. Keep that floppy thing there, and we're gonna run everything all down on the outside here.
This side looks amazing. We just have to figure out the trunk latch. I'd like to, even if we keep
hood release.
yeah.
I think we can run it inside
Yeah.
of here. Figure out
The only
how
problem is
to
we have to just figure out how to disconnect
it from there. See if
And-
that cable comes out easily enough. We're gonna bang out some more of this, and when we're doing something crucial, we'll cut back. All right, Tyler.
Alright, so Justin, what did you just do?
So, this weird little window thing here, there was a little stamp out, so I just cut that out, and we're gonna run all our wiring and all our plugs back in through there.
He did that while I detached the hood release. All you gotta do is see this little tab here. It just pulls down and off. and then you'll see that there's a ball in there.
Yeah.
And there's literally a channel for the ball to pop right out. So we just popped it out, ran it inside
Tuck
the
hood release
fender,
in.
came through the window. I mean, there's not much more to it than that.
Pretty simple stuff.
Yeah. So now the rest is just running these wires in. These wires here do nothing. This is our headlight. So these, all we're going to do is we're just going to electrical tape them to this and leave them inside the fender.
Those weren't used for anything.
Yeah. This was used for the airbag sensor, but we popped the fuse. I'm getting a removable steering wheel, so it won't have an airbag. So we're just getting rid of the airbags completely. It doesn't need it. So now we're just going to sneak everything through this window and plug everything back in.
Sounds good. Alright guys, so Tyler just spent a couple minutes rerouting that, made that look a little bit better. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with our cold air intake that we're going to build. But
if not, I'll just detach it and I'll put it down here.
Yeah. And he moved this bracket that was here. He moved that out of the way. We took that apart, cleaned that all. We were going to try and relocate the fuse panel somewhere else, but it just made sense to just leave the bracket that was there and hide everything. And
maybe we'll end up taking that. Well, maybe over the winter we'll end up dropping the motor and painting the engine bay, and maybe when we do that, we'll paint the bracket. And,
yeah,
pretty it up.
See what other.
But for now, it's huge. I mean, look at this. There's no wires over here now.
It looks way better. Way better. This was pretty easy. It's just a couple minutes of, kind of figuring out where to put things and how to reroute them. And, this stuff here we just zip tied together. I gotta get used to looking at the screen. But, we zip tied those together. None of that stuff was plugged in except the airbag thing, and that we got rid of that nonsense anyways. So everything's all tucked back together like it should.
Yeah.
We gotta get some paint to fix that spot, but
you know what that plug was for? It was for the light.
He had a plug that he was unsure of. Now he knows. It would be important. So all the wires are tucked.
Here we go.
It's looking good. And
yeah.
What do you think, Tyler?
I think that's it for this one.
I think that's going to be a wrap for this one. Yep. So next video we're probably going to end up. What's in the next one?
I don't know. You want to do the intake, or do you want to do the body panels? I mean, the body panels can be huge.
Well,
I guess we'll just wait and see.
It'll be a surprise. Later, guys.